All right. Woo! All right. Welcome to the Talk of Life Talk Show with Elma. Tonight we're going to have Sister Chat with Cynthia, our guest, Tavana, and our other co-host, Kimberly. Yay! So tonight is open topic. So we're going to be talking about different things that's going on. And if you have any comments, you can put them at the bottom of the screen. We welcome that. If you would like to be a part of Sister Chat, just check me out at www.elmatalkshow.com. And we would love for you to come and be a part of Sister Chat. Men, if you want to be it, we'll just call it the chat. So you won't think that you are a sister, okay? So tonight we're going to open up. Tavana is getting ready to go to the Navy. Woo! Hands out to the Navy. And so we wanted her to come back and be with us before she takes off into the water. So Tavana, what is your topic you want to talk about tonight?
All right, so let's get into some real sister
Let's
chat.
get into the sister sauce.
Chat, so y'all know. I don't know if y'all saw my episode, but I was talking about my season of singleness, and I was thinking
what?
my season of singleness.
Her season of singleness.
Single.
Okay.
Yes, my season of singleness. Anyway.
Oh gosh, and she's so young and beautiful.
Yes, she is.
Okay, so talk to us tonight. What's your topic?
So because when I first started, I was like, Lord, I want a husband. And so I went to church every day because the way
Were you looking for a husband in the church?
I thought I was going to give me a husband because I went to church.
So you going to the church looking for a husband?
I was
girl.
volunteering. I was in the choir.
You doing everything. Did you see this?
I thought I was going to
Get
give
you
me
a
a
husband
husband because
quick.
I was like, I knew 12 scriptures.
Was one of those scripts on how to find a husband in the church?
But we was trying. So
But see, the scripture says, the man that finds. But you went to the church.
I thought we was just gonna meet. I thought I was gonna be in the pews, like he was gonna be like, "Yep,
You
that's
thought
her
you was
right
gonna
there.
wave back and say,
That's
"That's
her
my
right there."
wife."
Right. Even though the Bible
didn't work
says
out.
a man, you gotta be in the place so the
I was
man
like, it's
can
not
see you because he can't.
It's not a bad thing for a woman to pursue a man, but he definitely gotta,
That's right.
make it
That's
official.
But you got to
That's
make
right.
yourself suitable, right? So
Yes,
that you stand up in
yes.
church and say, I'm single.
I'm like, hey y'all,
I sure did.
She gotta walk, y'all.
over here.
She got that.
She got that walk.
Okay,
there.
show him the walk.
Show him the walk,
Go
girl.
ahead.
Show us the walk. How you catch that man? Come on, show us the walk now. How you gonna walk to catch the man?
She got the walk down. She got it down. She got it honest. Seriously.
But wait a minute, did the walk pay off yet?
No, but it's okay. I declared that I was gonna find my husband in the military, so y'all just wait on it.
Oh, you gonna wait on it?
Benefits, men with benefits. Yes.
Military with benefits.
Point.
So why do you think that you will find a husband in the church?
Because I'm a woman of God, and I was like, I'm gonna get me a man of God, and the only place you can find a man of God is in the church. So, and then recently, like, it came to my attention. I was like, not all men of God are in church.
That's
People
right.
got work,
That's
and I was like,
What's that?
Lord,
People got work.
you're right. Yeah, people got work. Sometimes they be streaming
That's
the church.
right. He could be at work and you could have missed him at the first service.
Mm-hmm.
See, so
Because I be volunteering first service.
So that's what you were doing, volunteering at the first service.
I be volunteering first
So
service.
you was at
and
church all day, then?
Yeah.
But did you have to walk, girl, while you was at church?
I had to do the walk in the second service. It don't be too many, it don't
don't
be too
wake
many
up too
people
early.
in the second service. So I be
So you had to be on the usher board so you could go down the aisle.
right, just walking out. He goes, wait, he's your seat. You want my number too? Why you at it? Like, hey.
But see, this is the funny thing though. She said that she wanted to find her a husband in the church. See, I found my husband found me in a club, and he was the manager of the club.
See?
And he was a man of God too in the club, and we've been together for 38 years this year. So hey, you can find your man in the club or anywhere. I mean, it doesn't matter because Christians are everywhere.
And I think being that she's so young,
Yes.
the idea is taught that that's where they
in
are.
the church, yeah.
And then
That's where they are.
I came across this post. It was like, you're not going to find, your man is not going to be in the church all the time. And I was like, you right.
So now where you got to go?
The military. That's where That's what I'm claiming mine. I'm telling you, I'm gonna come back in 2 years on Christmas. I'm like, it's not a
We're
purity
gonna bring
ring
her
no
back.
more.
We're going to bring Tavana back and say, did you find your husband in the military? So we'll have y'all to come back and you can tell us how y'all
Yes.
met and stuff, okay?
Yeah,
Okay,
I'm
so
ready.
you don't necessarily have to find your husband in the church. There are Christians all over everywhere. You might find him out on the dance floor. You
In
might find him in
Walmart.
the grocery store. Did you think about that? You could
Yeah, in Walmart.
at Walmart, you can
At
find
the
him
workforce
anywhere.
center. At the workforce center.
Yeah, you can come to the workforce center. You just gotta make sure they have a job.
At the gym.
And I personally think this is just me.
Okay, come on, Kimberly.
Tell us, Miss
Uh-oh.
Kim.
This is just
Y'all
me.
listen, because this
But I
gonna
think
come
we,
out.
I think we need to research that fine. Because we
Okay.
get so stuck on that fine. He gotta find me. He gotta find
Say it,
me.
girl. But he got a fine
find
body,
me.
though.
He gotta find me.
I'm looking at that fine body, but come on now. Or she got that fine body.
And you can just meet and be working together. Or you can be at the
Yes.
gym together and
Yes.
just talk.
Damn.
You know, you can just be out at the mall.
Yes.
And somebody says, "Oh, let me help you with your door," and somehow y'all meet again, and then you connect.
What about those social apps? Like you being a young person, like I'm getting older and
You
I'm
mean
back in the dating
Tinder
scene.
and
I'm trying to get
Christian
on
Mingle
and Christian Mingle was
Well,
a good
black
thing.
people, something
Christian
Well,
fine.
it was for whoever it was. It may not have been good for you, but
didn't work for me.
somebody someone has met.
Because
on
you know
these-
what we're calling them
But
on the
match.
show. Remember Sabrina? was
Some
it
people
Sabrina?
have
Who
They
was
didn't
that?
say which one it was.
Because some things
so.
have just come together just to help that person
Yeah,
meet,
right.
and maybe it went downhill after that. Because I remember this lady used to tell me, "Don't go to Garden Ridge. You never find anything in Garden Ridge." You know, back in the day. And one day I just decided to go in there. Well, she never found anything in Garden Ridge, but I
But
did.
you did, see?
But if you listen to somebody, you'll never be
You'll
where
never
you're
go.
supposed to be, because that may not work for
That's
them.
right.
And because you
That's
take their word, oh, girl, it was just awful over
That's
there.
right.
And she used to always say that, girl, they don't have anything good. Well, Garden Ridge is now turned to home, at home, right?
Okay.
And everybody love it.
Yeah.
Everybody loved it. And it was good. I got some pieces from Garden Ridge that just, they endured, they just timeless
But
pieces.
see,
But had I listened to her,
That's
I would have
right.
never
You never
gone
gone
in
in
there.
there.
But it wasn't for her.
It was
And that's
for
the
you.
same, and that's the same thing with
was-
dating. It's nothing wrong if the man finds you, and it's nothing wrong if you find him. It's not bad either way.
Yeah.
For me, you have to break the scripture down and see why they find it.
Oh,
Right.
yeah.
Because
Make sure
some
y'all
women, they
equally
ain't
yoked.
found nothing. He ain't found you. He don't
They
know
ain't
where you
looking
live.
for some.
Right. He don't know where you live. He's not coming to your house.
That's right.
That's right.
You know, he doesn't know
Right.
because you're hiding.
Because we
Well,
gotta
I'm
get
not
out
looking.
there.
I'm not looking for nobody. He gonna find me. No.
But look, and then you at the house all the time, Kim. How are they gonna find you at the house watching Talk of Life talk show?
But
You gotta get out.
Now you
Women
can't
on
really
it.
get out and go a lot of places. So I just went on Match, and I didn't
Especially
meet some
during
decent people on Match.
quarantine.
But I did have a friend that did, but
Tell
The Match app.
she met someone,
Okay.
but it was through her friends connecting mutual friends
Really?
together.
Okay. So
They had to be willing to talk to one another.
So this one
and
friend
yes, she
said
was
that.
at home, and the guy was at home.
Oh,
and
both
the
of
two
them was
friends,
at home.
They were at home, but the two friends knew each other and said these two, I think they would be a good couple.
That's
now we
neat.
have to get them to talk.
So you had to get
That's
her
the
out of the
hard
home.
And
Wow.
they said, okay, we'll talk. And next thing
Uh-huh.
you know, they're engaged, and it's beautiful.
That's
It
awesome.
worked for them.
How long did it? How long? I mean, were they afraid to meet each other?
Because we sent. That's one thing
How did
about.
y'all do it? Y'all
That's one thing
matchmaking?
about
Yeah, right.
videos.
Were you matchmaking?
It's one thing about
She had to play
videos.
Cupid.
What you do? You made a
The
video
person
of
had
her?
a video. Both of them had videos on where they went somewhere to speak and to talk.
Uh-huh.
Cool.
So we just exchanged that information.
She said, "You take
And
his
so-
video, he take her video."
It wasn't
And
no
this
eeny,
is
meeny,
like-
miny, mo.
We sent this to the mutual friends.
Uh-huh.
We sent the videos to them.
And then they
You
hooked
take
them
hers,
up.
you take hers, and if it's interesting, then you'll want to talk.
So y'all in the matchmaking business.
Yeah.
Oh,
If the-
wow.
if the Holy Ghost-
Okay, now we done find out Kim in the matchmaking business.
Yes.
My God.
And-
So if y'all want a husband or wife, check out Kim. Okay, so when they met, we got somebody on and said they need somebody. We're going to hook up with Kim. We're going to hook up with Kim. So Kim, let me see. So when they matched up together, did they instantly like each other or what?
They enjoyed each other's conversation.
Really?
And I think they said they just talked that night. They just talked endlessly. You know, they would stop and
Yes.
come back and get back on the phone, stop
Wow.
and get back on the phone. And it was my friend, and her other friend, a colleague that she's known for years.
Wow.
And
That's nice.
the colleague is the friend of the male, and my friend is the friend of the female.
I knew
and them
Kim
two
was
put
in
the
it.
two
I knew she
together.
was in it.
And I mean, they are engaged and getting married now. But it still had to be someone in there.
Yes.
You're not just say, oh my,
Thank you.
women just get stuck. You know, I remember a pastor sitting there, years ago, he said, look, there may be a man on the other side of the church. He's just not used to that. It doesn't mean he's not a man because he's shy or maybe
Thank you.
he's
Say
timid.
that.
I want a real man. Well, he has everything God made him
That's
to be
right.
a real man.
Yes.
We
He
let
just can be
TV
shy.
and I want a real. Well, what's a real man? You better ask God what kind of man. If he has all the anatomy that God gave him, then he's a real man.
Oh, wow.
You know, we always say, I want a real man. Well, do you ever think that
But what do
real
they-
man
what-
wants a real woman?
Well, but what do they mean by real though? Because we
I ain't
are
figured
here.
that.
What is a real man, a real woman?
I had 3 sons and they all
Do we
men.
need Carlos to call in and tell us what a real man is?
We
might have
define
to
it
call
wrong
Carlos.
and you
Can we get
miss.
Carlos, please? If y'all know what Carlos is, we looking for Carlos to call in. But we really need
But
to
you
know
miss,
because
you
that's your
women
right.
miss out because they say things.
Right.
Your words take you where you're gonna go
Thank
next.
you. Yes, Kimberly.
Your words are taking you to that man. And I was talking
yes.
to a friend of mine, and I guess she was so frustrated. And she was just like, these men, they can't ever do anything. They don't know how to do this. They don't know how to do that. They don't know how to, and then I said, see, that's why that's the kind of man you have.
Yeah.
Because God didn't make a man like that. He may not do everything you need him
Thank
to
you.
do, but he can do what this person.
And then
I said, your
put them together,
confession,
yes.
your confession is keeping anything from coming to you because you're always saying, well, I need a real man. I need a man that can just come up and know how to do this. I said, nobody was made like that. There's
Thank
no
you.
woman, even though we tell ourselves that, there is no woman that knows everything.
That's
I'm
right.
sorry,
Thank
ladies.
you.
Well, let me tell you about the Christian Mingle. I thought I was going to meet a Christian man on Christian Mingle. So I go on there, and there's one guy that I do go out with, he said he's not even a Christian. He said he just got on there because he wanted a Christian woman, but he
Well,
said he
that's
wasn't
fine.
even a Christian.
But that's still
But isn't that
not wrong.
crazy?
No, it's still not
I
wrong.
thought, I was like, that's
No,
kind of what you
but I'm
expect
talking
on
about why
Christian
would he not
Mingle.
want
But you
a
should
Christian?
already know that.
You know, like, I felt like that was very
open-
messed up. Like, I felt like that was very
You
messed
shouldn't.
up.
You should already
You
know
want
that
something that you're
anything
not
that's
even-
public is for anybody.
Anybody, okay.
You should not.
Okay, that's a good point.
Nobody can define.
That's true.
We know what a Christian. If you
Right.
believe in your heart and you confess with your mouth that God
Absolutely.
raised Jesus from the dead, you're
Right,
saved.
right.
Absolutely.
Period. Now, how you set up that worship in church is up to you.
That's up to you.
Mm.
That's up to
Yes,
you. But if you
yes.
believe in your heart, you confess that God raised Jesus from the dead, baby, you in the kingdom.
Right.
Right.
Now, how you walk that out?
That's
It's
up.
up to you.
But I was
How
saying
you
is,
walk
why
that
would he
out?
want a Christian woman and he's not a Christian?
Maybe the qualities.
Then,
And sometimes you can just
That-
ask
that's
for
the
those
person,
qualities without saying, because some women say they Proverbs 31 women and
And
they
they
No,
not.
they not. No, they
And they
not.
got on their
No,
tags, they got
not.
on everything.
No,
You
they
are not.
not.
Don't even
They
say
not.
that. You
No,
may
they
be a
not.
Proverbs 36.
You might have partnered with the.
You may be a Proverbs 36
So
or
I gave
40.
another try, Kim.
There's no Proverbs.
That's what I'm
32.
saying. That's what I'm saying.
Kim, I gave it another try. So I went on a date with the second guy. He was fresh out of jail.
Okay.
And I mean, but he was a Christian though. And
But
he
they
was so
have, yeah.
nice. He was so nice. But I just ain't trying to do all that. I'm not trying to
But
help
then
you
you go
get
to the,
rehabilitated.
you move on.
You know, and we moved, we had to go, you know, whatever. But I was like, okay, I don't know how I keep on getting these guys that I
Change
would
your
never
confession.
deal with on
Fix your
regular
confession. What you gonna say,
circumstances.
T?
I was like,
Go ahead.
sometimes you, because I got the app too, because I was bored.
Right, and I got off of there after that.
I was trying to see if I was gonna maybe be somebody, but I ended up just changing my bio. I was like, I don't want none of y'all. I just want to be a light
Yeah.
until lead you to the Lord. And so I ended up meeting a lot of people. Like they're like, I'm not even a Christian, but they would talk to me, and I ended up ministering to them. And they're like, how do I give my life to Jesus? I'm like, yeah, okay,
So
I'm deleting
wanted to
that.
that's good. So
But-
you was able to witness to him.
Yeah, so I was like, if you decide to get back on the app and it happens again, just take that opportunity. I take any opportunity to minister to somebody. Like,
Right,
But
right.
that's a
Whether
good
it's
idea.
to
That's good. I like that.
whether
I got
my
some free
intention
meals out of it.
Look, she said she got a couple of free
Got a free-
meals. So
a
that's
free
good.
meal you can
That's
never
That's
pass
good,
up.
though. It's good
You
to
can
get, but you
never
know what?
pass
It's
it
good
up.
to
It's
go
still
out
good.
just to see. It's like they
Just
say,
to
taste
see.
the water
It's
and see, because everybody's not going to. We still waiting on Carlos to call in. You know what is that? What y'all remember that thing that said finding what was that that little cartoon they said
Finding Nemo?
Yeah, finding it. We waiting on Carlos to call in at 817. Call in to your godmother, Carlos. But anyway, What we want to define this word, real man. Are you ready,
real
Carlos?
man or real
Okay,
woman.
so Carlos gonna give us a point. Come on, Carlos.
All right, what y'all want to know?
Tell me what are women when they say they want a real man, Carlos?
Real man. I don't know. I'm trying to figure out myself. Nah.
He said I'm still in the works on that.
Well, what you say?
I'm
And
trying to
I
figure.
guess my point is, it's different for everyone.
Yeah, it
and when
is.
you try to set and make it just one standard, you're gonna miss what God has
Thank
for
you.
you.
Mhm.
And so many women are not married
Thank
because
you.
their definition of a real man is a man that doesn't belong to them. Pastor is her real man. That's period.
Girl, go back.
You
Wait,
can't
hold up. Say that again. The real man what?
One more
Say
time.
that again. Come on, say it again, Kim.
That real man belongs to someone else.
Come on. Cause see,
And you worked and developed with that man.
that's right.
So now you design the qualities over here, ain't got nothing to do with you.
Thank you. That's
not your
policies for me.
field. That's your real
Yeah,
man.
just like your man is for you.
You can't work with Keith Jeffries because when he cuss you out the first time, you're gonna be crying and want to slice his tie. You can't
Him
handle
gonna do
him.
what?
I can handle a cute dog. I got junkyard dog. I know how to handle junkyard
Right,
dog.
but everybody
That's my
can't.
field.
Woo,
Every
woo,
woman
woo.
can't handle him. You know what
Come
I'm saying?
on.
Every woman can't handle
There you go.
apostle.
That's
You know
right.
what I'm saying? So what kind of woman are you? You're asking for stuff that you're not even qualified for. God, what kind of man needs what I got?
That's right.
See, we're not asking that. God, what
That's
kind
it.
of man needs what I
And
got?
we need to interview some men, Kimberly,
That
on
we
our
can
show and
connect
say,
like this,
That's
not
right.
like this. Because women are getting men where they're like this because they
Bumping
just
heads.
They trying to, yeah.
instead of asking God. Yeah, you
Yeah.
can still write what you want on your list.
Yeah.
I'm 100% for that. But I always say, ask God, who needs what I have?
There you go. You make your list.
Who needs what I
and
have?
who can fit into what I have,
Because
right?
a lot of stuff that I
Yeah,
want
right.
is stuff I saw on TV.
Yeah, like Erica.
Shamar Moore. Who else? Everybody falling over Denzel Washington.
Oh, yeah, Denzel in the house.
Well, the only person that can handle Denzel is Mrs. Denzel.
Yeah.
She has developed and walked with
That's
him,
right. It can't
and they
nobody
built
take her
each
Denzel, but I
and
can
built
look at
each.
it.
That's
But I
what,
can look at 'em.
and built each other up in the faith or in their walk or
That's
in their
right.
life.
And really, we come together to build.
Iron is sharpening
Sure,
iron. You come
Carlos
on.
had something else. to
Oh,
say.
go
What
ahead,
you just said,
Carlos.
I like that.
Yeah, what Kimberly's saying, it is different for everybody. Like for me, I'm still the reason why it was a joke, but I'm serious at the same time because I ain't had nobody to look up to see what a real man is supposed to be or how it's supposed to do, what he's supposed to do. I can only give you my opinion on what I see now. You know what I'm saying? And who I look up to now. And being a real man is first being a protector, a provider, a lover, and I'm gonna bring up a word that don't nobody like, especially women, submissive. Men can be submissive too.
Yep.
And that's what I see. That's what I see every day when I look at my pastor. So
That's my husband. Talk about him, baby.
so
I'll submit to him.
So
any day.
that's my view. That's my view. That's my view of a real man.
Have to go get the coat.
But I'm not gonna say I'm not gonna say godly or Christian because you can have those qualities without being godly and Christian.
Yeah.
Right.
So-
Saying.
right. You can.
Yes,
you
you
can.
can.
So I'm not gonna say that. But for me, since I am a Christian and since I am a minister, those are the things that I'm gonna bring up. Godly, Christian, submissive to God first.
Yeah.
You know, and we can also be submissive to our women too. Sometimes,
I like that.
sometimes men are too hard for themselves. You know,
Drink your water.
they get sometimes men do get big headed, and we get put in this lead position, and we just take it over and turn it into something else that it shouldn't be. But what I like now and what I see now, as far as younger people, they are learning how to be men now. You know, it's difficult, as especially being a man and being black in this world is difficult to be that. But we all working on it and working it out. But what I can say is that go turn to God first. If you don't have nobody to look up to and try to figure out how to be a man, look to God first, and He'll teach you. And he'll bring somebody into your presence that you can look up to and learn from and ask questions about certain things if you didn't have a father in your home.
That's good.
But that's all.
That's good, Carlos. Give it up for Carlos.
But and that's great, Carlos, but I was taking it from a different angle this time. Not that standard angle. It's just getting women to look at it from a different angle, because there's so many women that want to be married and desire to be married. And you ask the question, okay, you going on 79, you're not married yet. What is going on here?
79.
I'm trying to figure out what's the holdup. You keep saying it's God and you keep saying you're waiting. Well, maybe there's some things that you have to change because it's not. We keep saying, we as women, we continue to say it's the man. No, maybe on your list, God's saying your list is too selfish and I don't accommodate that.
There you go.
And you have to stop and see your desires are selfish desires. Your desires don't care about nobody else. You're not going to treat nobody right. You just want yours the way you want it. Well, he got to be this, and this. Well, okay, so what you doing to balance this, and this off?
Or it's okay to say you want this, and this.
I'm not saying it's wrong, but a lot of it's selfish because there's too many women that are in church that's carrying Bibles and handkerchiefs and got them long, ugly polyester dresses on and no makeup, talking about God. I'm sorry. That's just how it is. You look a mess. Fix yourself up.
And look good.
He's not believing God for a barn that he got to fix up. He's not trying to refurbish you. You gotta come with something.
It's like Esther. Remember?
You gotta come with something.
Remember how they did in Esther, right?
Yeah,
they took Esther.
You gotta
6 months to a year to beautify herself, to make her
you
smell
in church
good
and you
all
quoting
that.
scriptures all the time that you don't live. Pull back on. And you talking about a real pull back. Stop praying for him. He ain't asking God for somebody to pray for him all the time. He asking somebody to work with him. As Beyonce say, I'm the one to help you keep the lights on.
Yeah.
Okay?
Work together.
You got to work together.
That's right.
So a lot of times, ladies,
but no, they said, Kimberly, they said it's got to be, the husband got to be doing this. And,
it's always the husband. It's the husband.
What about the
woman? I'm going to be prophetic.
And you and the Kim don't say nothing, but this is a touchy subject. Talk, Kim. Yes. Talk, girl.
I'm so tired of hearing this. The man got this, man.
But what about
woman? You got to do some stuff, woman. You got to get some stuff together.
Talk to us, Kim.
You got to walk in love.
That's right.
You got to stop being touchy, fretful, and resentful.
And you got to give it up sometime, too.
Evil done to you. A lot of stuff we bring on ourselves.
Say it, Kim.
Because they asked me, Kim, do you know anybody? I said, because all the women I know nasty. I'm sorry. They just nasty. They always fussing, arguing, snapping. Even when I go somewhere with y'all, I be like, oh, I can't wait to get up out of here. Oh, she talked too much.
And they complain.
Stop. Do you have any manners? Do you have any etiquette? Even if it is wrong. Why you gotta turn the table over at the restaurant? They didn't even do my food right. I can't even eat this. I can't.
And then they get loud.
I'm not giving nobody no tip. Well, keep your $3. I'll tip for us. if I'm your friend and I gotta deal with this,
you think a man gonna want to deal with
what a man gotta go through?
He'll be up on the rooftop like the word says. Come on here. And you right, Kim.
And we're not taking accountability for our own actions. It's like you're supposed to just get a man and hear your man not your daddy unless you in the bed. You can say daddy all you want, but you're not in the bed. Forget all
Get it to me, daddy. What's my name, daddy? What's my name, daddy? What's my name?
So when the most difficult.
We
need the most communion.
Look. What's my name? Say my name, baby. Tell me my name.
We need communion.
Come on, help this this child out.
I was going to say something real quick. I was talking to one of my friends.
God, Kim.
I was talking to one of my friends, and me and her both kind of same predicament. We kind of newly single. And I said, well, I'm looking for somebody to help me carry my baggage, and I don't want to carry none of that.
See, she's selfish. But that's good. She's selfish.
That's it.
See, and then what make you that? But that's good. I love this show. But what make you think that I want to carry your baggage?
Wait a minute. The most difficult woman to find is a woman of the day. It's easy to find a woman of the night. It really is.
Yes. Now, what's the difference between the day and night woman? Come on.
The day woman don't.
Kim
She don't want to help you do nothing.
Okay, say it, Kim.
She's not gonna help you do anything.
She
thinks that when I get a man, he's supposed to just do everything for me. Where do we get that from?
And then that
See,
makes
if when my husband is working, and I see how hard he works.
Sauce tonight.
I see how hard he works. I see what he does. I ain't
then
saying
we
you
want
gotta
him to
put
come
no
home and cook
gas
for
in no
us.
car.
Come on.
He ain't gotta take out. Baby, I got the trash because I don't want to do 20 hours a day. I got the trash.
Right.
I got the laundry, baby. I got. And somebody was telling me something about I gotta wait till my husband come home to discipline my kids. Hell,
Baby, please. What?
I'm not waiting for nobody to come home till Junebug and them crumb snatchers to sit down. Amen. My scepter of righteousness in my house is the rod of correction.
That's right.
I'm not waiting for Keith to come home for 20 hours, 20 days. You work, and I gotta wait till he come home at 9 o'clock to tell him
talk this much.
come on now, that Stephen and Sebastian was acting up. Well,
And then whoop him again when the husband come out.
When my words come out of my mouth,
She done stood up, girl.
when my words come out of my mouth, you gonna yield. Them kids I gotta wait for my husband to come home so he can discipline everything. I'm just so frantic. He's just all over the house.
serious,
Baby,
kid?
I'm the kung fu mama in here. I'm gonna live.
She the kung fu mama.
When you
Whoa.
make up your mind, ladies, that you're gonna live in peace, that you dwell in a peaceable and a quiet habitation. See, that's our part. And if you look at the game of chess,
Come on.
women take care of their household.
Oh, yeah. I think that.
If you look at the game of chess, the woman guards that kingdom.
Say it, baby.
The queen, when
Yes.
you playing chess,
Yes.
baby, she look out for the kingdom. The king. She got him.
Yeah.
She got him. Walk up on where I live, 101 crazy. I got this.
You hear that 101?
Because you're not gonna stress out Keith Jeffries.
That's right.
Because he's making things possible for me.
For you, right.
For me to chill. For
So
me
you
to be
gonna
here
cover him
on the
on
Talk of Life talk show.
Thank you.
So if I gotta take out the trash, put gas in, or whatever it is, like I don't mind. That ain't hard.
That's right.
If I gotta watch the kids, it ain't hard.
It's not.
How can it be hard if you watching your own kids? You had them.
That's right. Now that was hard. When we birthed them out, that was hard.
Why you all
Now if
stressed
you can go through
out?
the perfect part, you can do everything
Why
else.
you get Junebug over there? The rod of correction drives out the food.
Junebug
Now, if
bug.
I can still tell your daddy when he get home, I ain't need nobody to raise my boys.
That's right.
That's right.
Yeah, love on them, yes, but I didn't. I got this. I wish y'all would say something crazy to me.
Oh, they ain't gonna do that no way.
You know, I'm not
She
gonna
got it
wait.
under control.
Cause she
I gotta wait, and then you get home and then they don't even remember what happened. Don't nobody remember that. Everybody tired. So see, ladies, there's a part that we bring.
That's right.
And for some reason, I don't know what's making us withdraw or be lazy, like a
But you-
daisical,
But that's it,
where,
you know?
and that's why Keith fell in love, because Stephen and Sebastian already had respect for him. See, I taught them that.
That's right.
It ain't gotta be your daddy. You ain't never gotta say you ain't my daddy. I don't ever want to hear you say that. We already know he ain't your daddy. You don't need no DNA test to prove that.
That's right, because you didn't. Plus, you
I
don't
already
need to be
showed you
sleeping
the
with your
picture
daddy, no
of your
way.
other daddy, but you're not gonna say to him, "Oh, you not my daddy." Say it here,
And then he shouldn't have to treat you like your daddy.
and he not gonna treat you, and he not
You know
gonna.
what? Let me share something with you.
That's the
Cameron.
mama.
That's right.
That's
just
the
like
mama.
that's just like when I was telling my husband, he said I was telling him because I was looking at because see, mother brought us all up, raised to do everything.
Yes.
The sons had to do it all because she said if the wife gets sick,
Mm-hmm.
you would know how to cook, clean the house,
You
and
know
all
how
of
to do
that.
it.
And you know, I
You
teach
know how
my
to
sons
do it.
that too. The clean. I don't know about the cooking part. They can cook a little, but they know how to clean as
Yes.
well and do all that. And we had to learn how to do the lawnmower and all that. You know, cut the grass and all that. But so one day I was looking at my son, my brother. It was so funny because he cleaned the house and he did the baby's hair because they had a lot of girls. And so I made the mistake and I told Glenn, I said, well, you need to do like this and treat me like my brother and do all this and stuff like he does. Glenn looked at me and said, I ain't your brother.
There you go.
I'm your husband.
That's
I
it.
said, you sure right, baby.
That's it.
You sure right.
That's it.
But that's the mistake that we do make.
We make
And
that,
then
and I don't know why we do that.
But then when we say,
I don't know why we
but
do
you know
that.
another thing they say, a real man got a job. That don't mean that nothing. That doesn't make him a real man because he got a job either.
He could be.
That does not make him no real man.
With a whole lot of women on his job, 40 hours a week. He got him lined up, taking him out to lunch, going to sleep with him.
But that's a real man now.
That's what they say.
That's what they say. He drive a Mercedes. He got a Porsche.
He got
can buy
numbers.
me this here. And like you said, he got women lined up.
He got
and you
lined up.
just in line. And then are you going to be the trophy woman that he has?
Wife,
but that doesn't make a real man just because he have a job.
You have to
Because you got some men that stay home and take care of those kids. And the woman go out there and work. And she doesn't have a problem with him staying home and taking care of the kids. So we have to redefine what we look at as a real man. Because see, my real man is going to be different than like you say your real man. So you can't judge everybody man. But even though you got your list, then where are you on the list? Like you said, this is another thing I would ask the women. On the list? Do you have your credit right? You want to know about his credit, but what about your credit? Okay, is your credit in line? Okay, you want to know if he clean up. What about you cleaning up?
Yep.
Can you cook? What about you? See, we want all of this here in our man that we don't even have, like you said.
We don't
and then we lazy. And then we hear this, oh, you know what? I'm going to dress up and I'm going to look nice. And when I get him, I'm going to go looking like a hag. No.
A hag, a sag, and a jag. Yeah. And then you gossip.
I mean, you know what I'm saying? We go through all this to fix up and get him. And then after we get him, we don't want to, we don't want to do
idleness.
And then this one guy told me, he said, I get so tired of these fake ass women. That's just what he said.
Yep.
And I said, what do you mean? He said they dress up, they fake like they this, and this. And then after I date them for a while, they go to this real black crazy acting woman and all this here. He said, why can't you just be yourself when I meet you? Why you got to fake and shake and pretend? One of the people said, well, do I have to be this person to get this person? I say, no, be yourself. Just be yourself. If that person want me, they're going to have to take all my wigs, baby. Come on. They're going to do it. Okay, we have a person in the audience. Can you come up to the mic, baby?
Audience.
Whoever, she got something to say. We don't have a mic, dude. Come on up here, baby. Let her use our mics. Can you talk loud enough? Let her use one of our mics. Okay, now what you have, babe? What you got to say about finding a man?
When I was coming up, and the man was always, try to talk to me and everything. Then after they got me and stuff, and they said, well, you just like this, you just like this, I said, well, I got you this way. What I have on. Well, but you don't like what I wear. Buy my clothes.
All right, okay. But you got him with the clothes you had on.
I got him with the clothes I had on, but then he say, I don't like you. You can't wear that with me. I wore when I got you.
That's a good point. I like that. That's a good point.
So if you don't like what I wear, don't buy my clothes.
So plus on top of that, if he attracted you to with the clothes you had on, well then why he want you to change it now? You don't want nobody else to look at you?
Yeah, you don't want nobody else to look at me.
Oh, okay.
You need another man.
That's
not the one for you.
Still dressed the same way.
That's not the one for you.
I'm not with him.
No more. Move on.
All right, Janae, you got something to say? What Janae got to say? Come on, Janae. Come on, Janae. What you got to say? Come on,
Okay.
I told her she been on the show. What you got to say?
Okay, so what I have to say, I did actually have a friend that, of course, all the things Miss Kim was talking about, she wasn't evaluating and looking at herself. Mm-hmm. She was only looking at, okay, well, if the man's got to drive a Benz or he's got a big old house or this, that, and the third. And I'm like, okay, well, if this man's got all this money, but you got a kid that you bringing to the table, what else are you bringing to the table? Mm-hmm. Is your credit right? What kind of, career are you going into? What do you want to do? You can't just jump out of a marriage or, you know, the marriage didn't go right because it wasn't right to begin with before you got married. Right. But then when I go and get engaged, then it's a whole problem. You want to throw a whole fit. And I'm like, I'm not going nowhere. I'm just getting married. I'm not, you know, going to another country or then, of course, you know, made up, everything was all right. And then I talk about this all the time with some of my other girlfriends, and she, I guess, got upset and must have been in her feelings. But I told her, I'm like, well, I mean, whatever, if the shoe fits, wear it. Mm-hmm. So if you have a problem with it, you know, I don't know what to tell you, because the only thing I know how to be is just real. Yeah. So if you can't recognize as real, so if you can't be real with it, we just can't, I guess we can't be friends. And she's like, oh, well, you're just going to ruin or throw 20 years of relationship down the drain. I'm like, well, if it is, it could be me and Jesus. It is what it is. It is what it is. It is what it is. I'm sorry. The truth hurts. Right. So, but some women can't.
You got married. Was she jealous because you got married, or what do you think?
I kind of think maybe that might be the deal, the part of it, but it might be. That's what I'm thinking it is, because
you're no longer single now.
Right.
You're married.
And I had to get her to recognize that my journey is not your journey. You know what I mean?
That's it.
You know, where God is going to take me is not where he's going to take you.
Good point.
So you got to allow me, you know, when you're getting married, you're stepping out on faith and you're saying, okay, God, I'm taking this one person and I'm being committed to this one person. Yes. And a lot of people, when they get into, you know, before they get married or they're in the dating scene, they don't talk about different things or different situations.
Right. Yes.
Then they're thinking, good. Okay, when I get married, everything's gonna be all right. But baby, let me tell you, everything ain't peachy cream. You know what I mean? It's not always. You're gonna have to talk it out.
You do.
Yeah.
We have to redefine how we date. We have this. You were gonna say that?
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, because like when we I would realize, like, even we have this thing called date culture in my generation, I guess you would say. Mm-hmm. And it's basically where you just dating just to date. And it's kind of like, yeah, I know, right? Dating just to date.
Oh, just
like,
date just
recreational dating. Like, you
so
just dating just to say they dating just to say, like, hey, I'm dating this person, or to post pictures on Instagram. Relationship goes. Like, there's no purpose behind their dating. Yeah. There's no purpose behind their dating. Wow. And then another thing I realized with my generation is that when people start dating, they take it too seriously. Like, like when somebody's like, hey, let's date. They say let's date as in, like, let's be boyfriend and girlfriend, and then they take it to marriage, and then they get their heart broken. I'm like, my dad taught me old school, like, dating is not a commitment. Like, you can go. Dating is an interview. Dating is an interview to find out if you really gonna be with this person. You're allowed. Don't get
and you don't own that person either.
Don't get it wrong. You're allowed to go on dates with multiple people. Like, if you want to go date Josh on one Monday, you want to go date Sam on another Tuesday, you can, because you're not committed. You're not committed to anybody. And if you decide that, hey, I like Josh out of the two, then you gonna cut off Sam, because that's what dating is made for. It is to weed out who you are supposed to be with. And people are taking it like, oh, we went on a date, so that's my man. No.
One day.
I will scrap if a man was like, hey, we went on a date, so you... What?
Yeah, you better watch Lifetime, honey, because Lifetime is crazy. They go crazy.
Let me tell you something. The only person I belong to until you put a ring on it is Jesus. Okay?
That's right.
Right.
I like that.
And I like how she said that, because some women, they get it to where, okay, I think this person is the one, or this, you know,
did
this,
you
that,
pray
and the third,
about it?
And it's like, okay,
did you pray
this my new boo, and I'm like, wait a minute, it's your new boo. I thought you just had a man like a month ago. What happened to him?
And then they moved.
You know what? I mean, what's going on with him? You know, I don't understand it. But
you saying, like, we should get to know each other,
right? Get to know that person. Cause, like, once again, like I said, the ex-friend, she was like, oh, okay. I'm like, which boo is this one? You got a new one this week? I'm like,
the time for you to get to know somebody should be at least all of the seasons.
Yeah.
Because it's
that's
a real thing
Yeah.
that people change with the season. Somebody
That's
can
true.
act real buddy with you in
Thank
the summer,
you.
and then in the winter they turn real cold, and you like, hold up, wait a minute. So like, I think before you really start to get serious with a person, you should at least be around that person for at least all of the seasons, because that way
They
you're
fake
like,
it. Yeah.
that way if they start changing with the seasons, you like, nah, you wasn't consistent like you was when it hit spring. So we not
And
finna,
then you'd be surprised.
I'm definitely not finna fall for you because you acting a fool.
I mean, and then too, you may have, like, me and my husband, we dated 3 months, and then we got engaged, and then a year later we got married. So
but
yeah,
it's different for
right.
everybody.
That's true. It's different for
And
everybody.
you're probably more mature.
Oh yeah, because
I'm
my
talking about my
husband's
generation,
10 years older than me, but it's just a simple fact. You know, when we started dating, I told him, I was like, where do you see yourself in 5 years?
Yes.
You know, do you
People-
see yourself in a house? Do you want more kids? I mean, are we doing career changes? You working on your
That's
credit?
good.
What are we doing? What are we doing with this? Because me, I don't have time for this. So if you don't
Good
have
point.
what I'm talking about, maybe I just need to go on, hit the road and keep rolling.
Some
You know,
Because why would
so-
you even, and that's the part I look
Right.
at too. We don't talk enough. We don't
We don't
communicate.
talk enough.
The
We don't
first thing we
communicate.
do, we are attracted to that person.
We don't.
That's
We're
true.
attracted to that person. And before you know it, you done jumped in the bed with that person. And then you wake up and say, this is not what I want. This is not what I want.
Yeah.
I think, and I tell my sons too, I said, get to know that person.
Right.
And just find out, what do you want? Like you said, where do you see yourself in 5 years?
5 years.
I even
think-
tell them, ask, what is your favorite color?
Right.
What do you like to do? What
Right.
hobbies? Because right there, if you don't have the same hobby, got one of my sons said he likes to play basketball and games. So
Right.
you want to ask that person, do you like playing games?
Do you like
Do you
playing
want? If they
games?
say, oh
Right.
no, I don't like that. Right there, you done messed up right there.
Now, I have a question.
You know, what's the question?
Okay, so I have a list. Like me and C
Yeah.
made a
Okay.
list for our significant others, right?
Okay.
So the list is pretty much like things I think we should ask, especially with our generation. So like a few of the questions would be like, how is your walk with Jesus? Like how is your walk with Jesus? What scripture are you standing on right now? What do you see your purpose being? Do you know your purpose
That's
in Christ?
good.
Stuff like that. Like, do you think that it's okay to ask that on the first date, or do you think I think it's good to ask it on the first date, because if your walk with Jesus is definitely, if you feel
Right.
like y'all
'Cause
walks with
that's
Jesus
right.
is on different levels, I feel like you
Different
should
levels,
ask the
yeah.
question as soon as if you
Right.
feel like you really like this person, I think you should be able to
Right.
have that
and see,
conversation.
and first
Right,
of all,
exactly.
you want them to know where
Exactly.
you are in Christ.
And you are
And
in
even
Christ,
if they are
right.
not a Christian, they'll know, hey, this is what I
She
want to
real.
know. You're walking Christ, and you already unequally yoked if he's not a Christian,
If she not
and
a
you
Christian.
are a Christian.
If he not a
then
Christian,
you
you
need
gotta-
to find out. Because you have your ideas, because you can't go in. This is one of the things they used to tell me. You can change them. No, you
You
cannot.
can't.
No, you can't change
Don't
the
go
person.
into a relationship thinking
That
you
you
can
can
change
change
that person. Oh no, I'll put up with. I knew Kim was gonna get on that one. I can change him and make him wear a 3-piece suit
No.
when he used to wear jeans and a
Yes.
shirt. It's gonna
That's
take
right.
him
That's
some
right.
time
That's
to
right.
get into that
Right.
three. Not saying he won't get in the 3-piece suit.
That's true.
But you can't walk into a marriage and then
true.
you get married. Oh, now you gotta do a 3-piece
Right.
suit.
Ain't
You
gonna
didn't say
happen.
nothing about
Ain't gonna
3-piece suit
happen.
before you
It's
married
It's
me.
not going to happen.
You know
It's
what I'm
not.
saying? So we
And
have to
even
know each other.
if they are born again, spirit filled,
Yes.
tongue talking, fire baptized, Bible
Hallelujah.
tithing Christian, it does not mean you're gonna get along.
Yeah.
It does not mean you need to be married to that person.
Right.
Stop
Right.
thinking that. You have to find out what you
Right.
enjoy on a regular basis.
Yeah.
The things you enjoy in your daily walk, because
Right.
each person grows differently. Each person grows differently, right?
That's true.
That's why.
We're all at
Yeah.
different levels of our growth.
That's right.
And that's
and
why-
it works together.
Yeah, and that's why I think it's important to have those conversations on the first date, because that's
I
where
think
y'all
get to
can
know
see.
each other.
That's where y'all can see, like, if
that's
y'all
true.
really are going to be together
Right.
together for the purpose of God. Because some people just be being together, be like,
Just
I'm
for sex
Christian
or whatever.
and I'm single, and I gotta walk with Jesus. He gotta walk with Jesus. But do y'all relationship glorify
Right.
Jesus?
Glorify.
Glorify
Go
the
ahead.
Lord.
And that's over. And that's good. But that comes over a process of time because each person is growing at a different pace.
That's true.
Each person is growing at a different pace. Now, our spirits are set with God.
Right.
Our spirits, we're born again. Carlos, we're born again. Your spirit is recreated. It's new. You got to walk out your soul's salvation.
Be on the show.
You have to walk out your soul's salvation.
Yeah, that's true.
You're not gonna just meet somebody and y'all are equally the same.
Right.
That's impossible.
Why not, Kimberly?
I don't know, but even with my friends,
Talk to me, girl.
because you're in different areas.
True.
You grow. I may be interested in more about tongues. You may be interested about tithing.
Yes.
And eventually we'll bring that together. But
That's right.
if you're upset with me because I don't tithe yet, some people say don't marry nobody if they don't tithe.
Oh, girl, please.
Or if they don't do this yet, or maybe they may not be filled with the Holy Spirit, but they hadn't even heard about it yet.
You
have to come to church and hear.
That's right.
Yeah,
You have to come,
And then he has to make that choice.
But my thing is, most men will tell you what they're looking for. I haven't had them like really be sneaky about their intentions.
You
or
think
anything like
so,
that.
really?
They will tell you, but the thing is, you just don't want to listen.
That's
don't
it,
wanna
Cynthia.
listen.
That's it,
That's
Cynthia.
true.
And they don't want to listen to.
Cynthia.
You get that.
Cynthia, come on out.
Yes.
Come on,
Very-
Cynthia.
yes.
Social.
Yes.
Yes.
You think you can change
You
them?
can't
No,
change it.
you
But like,
can't.
no,
Or
they
you don't
usually
listen.
Don't
Or
even play
Cynthia.
them games because they will tell you. Most
Cynthia.
of the time
They will
want you
tell
to
you.
know what they
They'll
want.
Yeah.
men do tell you up front.
They
They
do.
do.
Let me ask you
I
this.
want the cookie.
That's it.
They'll tell you that, or they'll
That's
tell you,
what
hey,
I'm saying.
baby,
Come on,
I'll give you what you want. They'll say, I'll give you what you want, but I'm married.
it.
You know,
That's
they'll tell
it.
you
And
that.
or
stuff.
they'll
That's
say,
why I
I'm
find
not
it very
ready to
hard.
get married.
They'll
so
tell
don't get
you.
I
hooked
find
up
it
on
very
me.
hard when women say
They'll
they didn't know
come
the
out
man
and
was
tell-
married.
They quicker to say
Because they
than
usually
we
gonna
are.
tell you.
Because they always tell you.
No,
They
no.
really
That's
do
what
like
I'm
don't want to
happy.
listen.
Yeah, I'm not happy, but I'm married.
For the
Well,
sake of
once you
being.
heard that
But
I'm
then why
married,
you still with them then?
Or
That's
because you want what you want, you want to show out, and you
Yeah.
got to identify what you're dealing with. Okay,
There you go.
okay.
Yeah.
I really just want to go out on a date. Write that down. I really just want to go out on a date. I just really want to go out on a date. I know he married, or I know he not gonna marry me. Like I went out with this guy one time, and he said, "Look, I like you, you cute and everything. I don't even want to take care of my own kids, so I know I ain't gonna take care of yours." Now it was up to me
But that
then
was up for you
to
to
make
stay
the
there.
right decision.
Right. So if he's
And a
telling
few
you
weeks
that, what
later,
you gonna
he
do? I'm
said,
gonna leave.
"He said you don't even call me no more," and I was like,
Thank you. I
You
was
ain't
gonna
said
call
nothing but
you
a
no
word.
more.
I just I wasn't mad because he was
He told you the truth.
he was nice. He didn't tell me 3 months later. He didn't tell
told
me.
you up front. And
He
I
said, I ain't want to take care of my own kids. I like you. You know what I'm saying? But it was up to me to make the decision to
Exactly.
not proceed
Proceed.
for,
With the game.
you know, to
That's
go
right.
forward.
You
But
know,
women, they keep on moving.
That's right.
They keep
And
it
I'd rather for them to be upfront with me.
Yeah.
And then, you know, and then you got to find out later on that they
That's
married.
true.
I
Yeah.
was looking at this movie the other day on Netflix where the girl, she was singing, she was just trying to get her man and everything. Found out that the guy she was with, he was getting ready to get married. He didn't tell her.
Uh-oh.
So she found out about it. But when it came to the end, he divorced and everything. But at the end of the movie, he asked her to marry. Then she thought about it. She said, I was only looking for a marriage because I was lonely.
Yeah, that's what I
You
was
see what I'm saying? And that caught my
Yeah.
attention. I
get
said
it.
she was looking for a mate because she was lonely. She said, and I can't marry you because I don't really love you. I really researched, I was lonely. And that is a mistake because a lot of women
gotta
Yes.
start.
want to get
That's
married
why.
because they are lonely
Because they're
and
lonely.
hard.
But I mean, it's not wrong for her to feel that way.
Yeah.
It's just identify it.
Right.
You know, I
Before
don't
it
want-
happened.
Right. I don't want anybody to feel bad. Okay, well, I'm not taking anything from, but that was a good point
Right.
you said. Well, I'm not this, I'm not that. But there is a woman that may be this.
That's
And
right.
I
Yeah.
want her to know that she can stop and say, okay, you know what? I just really want to go on a date.
I just
I just
I
want
just
to
really
test
want
the
to
water.
feel
I just want
pretty.
to go
I just
out.
want to
Yeah.
feel pretty, and I
Yeah.
just want to go out.
That's
That's
right.
when you have
Once
those
you-
dating thing. Remember, you
Once
go
you-
out and then if you don't like them, don't call them no more.
Once
Right.
you say how
Yeah.
you really feel and identify
Right.
with how you feel, because what we do is we make
Yeah.
people feel like they can't feel the way they feel.
Yeah.
It's okay to feel
And then
that
we
way.
make them
Right.
You
lie.
are human.
Yes.
You are
Yeah.
a woman. I want
Right.
to feel good. I want to spray my perfume. I want to put my hair on.
And I
wanna
really
get
do
on my-
want a man.
And I just want to go out.
But I just, yeah.
And that's
Yeah,
why
and
I
you
think,
say that.
like, that's why I think your season of singleness is so important, because you can catch that before, you know, you try to get caught up in that loneliness, because that loneliness is where people make most of their mistakes.
Right, because
most of their decisions. That's where you make your decisions.
Because they're not thinking. They're just like, well,
I gotta have a man.
I'm kind of feeling.
I gotta get married before I'm 25.
Yeah,
it's okay if you have these feelings, but identify them.
Yes,
and when
talk about them.
Especially when you're in your single season, that's the time for you to literally do your soul searching and get closer to find out what you really. If you really want to get married, like I do, I'm taking this single thing seriously. I'm like, I'm married to Jesus right now. Y'all don't talk to me.
Right.
Like your single season, I think is so important, because like when I first became a Christian, it was because I was like, I'm gonna get me a husband. Like I idolized getting a husband, and then I caught that. I was like, hold up, that's not what I was made for. I have a bigger purpose. And it was because I was in my singleness, my single season, that I realized my greater purpose. And so it's like when you learn how to walk in your greater purpose in your single season and catch all of that, you know, that loneliness, you won't be so deep into it where you're making all these mistakes and just sleeping around and just having all these dating for recreational purposes. And you actually get to end up meeting who you really are supposed to meet.
And let me say something. Stop all these Christian cliches.
Hey, give me an example.
I just want to burn all of them.
Come on,
Boaz. I'm looking for my Boaz.
Yes, but you ain't
my Proverbs 31.
You want a Boaz, but your ass ain't a roof. Come on now, you ain't no roof ass.
Before the roof did have that.
Because I mean, it's just so many
Proverbs 31.
There's nothing wrong with what T said. What she said is great, but sometimes people have to understand what you mean. My singleness. Well, what does that mean, child? I've been in the world. What is my purpose? Or people don't understand being married to Jesus. I don't see Jesus. They don't. People who are new in this, they don't understand what we're talking about. So when we're talking about all these little cliche, you know, Jesus, you know, he my husband. I think you crazy because I don't see him. Be your husband,
especially if you're a
corner your husband. Why you?
Who is that?
So we say things that people don't really know what we're talking about,
unless they in that field with you. We understand what they're saying, but the other people might not. And some people,
and they're just saying it to make people seem like they're super spiritual, and you're not.
And you're not.
Because if you really want to know how spiritual you are, walk in love.
Yes.
You are spiritual by your love walk.
Doors and be that little flower on the wall, and you'll see how.
If you want to know how spiritual you are, it's going to be by your love walk. Not how much you speak in tongues. Not how much you chat. It's going to be if you're touchy, fretful, resentful. You don't take account of the evil done to you. You don't pay attention to a suffer wrong. You rejoice when right and truth prevail. You bear up under anything and everything that comes your way. You're ever ready to believe the best of other people. You're not gossiping. You're not touchy. You know, you're not causing divisive things and divisions between strife. Where there's envy and strife, there's what? Every evil work.
I feel like that's a thing in the
that
church.
Right there let you know if you're spiritual.
Yeah, because a lot of
and that guy don't know that, but you talking around this guy about, ooh, I speak in tongues. You got your little cloth, you got your little this, you got your little Bible, you got all your CDs in the car, and you know, you got all.
But you walk in love?
You get in the house, you the biggest hoe there is. You just start taking it off. You so holy then down that you ain't no earthly good.
But if you go to the book of Proverbs, it says, that she starts with her mouth. We keep thinking it's the JJ, but it's not.
No, baby,
a host starts with her mouth. Every time. It's the words that she says. She's subtle. She's
talks
sneaky.
About that in there.
She's wicked.
Yes. Right. And how she traps.
And how she traps with her words. With her words.
Enticing.
And she was pulling them in through those words. And before you know it, you done got trapped.
Through those words.
But you know, I think too, when a person, when they really meet, you know, I talk to my sons and stuff. I said, but you got to go around and you got to be able to present yourself as well.
Right.
You know, you got to be able to present yourself so a woman can actually see you too. If you're not out there in the opening, then how they're going to know that you are available too.
Right.
You know, and then if you just be yourself.
Be yourself.
And there's a woman out there for you. You might not, I mean, you know, some women do have to be a little aggressive because some men are just quiet.
That's it. It don't mean they not a man. They just quiet. It don't mean he not a man.
That's right. And then, you know, and sometimes
a real
you have
man
to go
just because he quiet.
My husband, when I met him, he was really quiet. But I brought out that because I was aggressive. And I started talking to him, and I started dancing, throwing it on him, baby. And I thought, but he was real shy. So what I'm saying is, I had to bring him out of that because he wasn't aggressive. He wasn't gonna come on to me.
Right.
I feel
You
like
know, so we have to present. Some women might have to be a little bit aggressive. Not saying that you are out of order. Sometimes we have to. You have to walk up and present yourself to him and see. And he might say, "Hey, that's it." And then we're gonna have to have a talk show on men too, because we want to know what these men are looking for in a woman.
Oh yeah.
We know what we're looking for, but what are they looking for in a woman? They might want this type of woman. We want to know. So we're going to have some men on our show, girls, that can talk about
But talking
what
from
they
a woman's perspective,
right?
Whether he's here or not, when we write our list, you have to also know that he's asking God for stuff too.
That's
Wait a
right.
minute.
We just assume that it's always our list, as though he has no volition or thought.
Yes.
He's just
I tell
like
mine to write
wherever
that list.
God says for him.
I tell them to write their list, honey. Check
So
it
they
out,
have
check it once,
lists too.
check
They
it
have
twice.
things that they want and they desire.
That's right.
Right.
And I don't know why we forget that as women.
And we ain't
Right.
gonna always be on that list.
You
Is not
not
gonna
gonna-
always be on the list.
Yeah.
But you can
Always
still
gonna
have
be.
a list now. There's nothing wrong with it.
You
But
want
you
a
gotta be
husband,
able
you
to.
want a man that loves you, that is willing to love you as Christ loves the church.
And you
gave
know
himself
another
for.
thing, too.
And vice versa.
Right.
You want a woman that
That
will
lo-
love you as Christ loves the church
That's
and
right.
gave
And
herself
it'll work
for,
in
and it'll
together.
work together.
when
Okay, what you
I,
gotta say, little Missy? She's the youngest one up here, so let her talk. What this Missy say?
so like what she was talking about the list, right? So when I pray, because I pray for my husband. Y'all leave me alone.
She is so sweet. I tell you, love it.
I do. I pray for him. I always say,
That's good.
I was like, Lord, I thank you for making me the way that I'm supposed to be made for my husband, and I thank you that I am made the way that I am supposed to be made for my husband, and vice versa. And that reminded me of what she was talking about, you know, the list, and that he has a list too. And I was like, because we gonna be made for each other,
Right.
and whether that's gonna be, I'm lifting him up in a certain spot, or he lifting
that's
me
what
up
we
in a certain
supposed
spot.
to
And
do.
that's okay, because a lot of females think that it's like you supposed to be like this. Like it's okay to be like this.
Yeah.
Like y'all
And
y'all
then you
are
bring it
going to
together
go
and you-
together,
Right.
and then y'all are gonna help each other grow. And
Yes.
people don't
Well, see,
understand that when you get together with somebody.
You help
You're
each other,
going to-
develop
Right.
each other together.
really do.
Well, see,
Okay,
me
what
and
were you
my
gonna say?
husband, like, we at first it wasn't a physical attraction. It was like the conversation.
Yes,
That got me
the
first. And I'm
conversation.
like,
Yes.
You know, at first I was like, I'm
Yes.
used to the
That's
da-da-da-da,
me.
and I'm like, you know what? Let me step out of my shell.
Yes.
Because you never know. This could be the right
Yes.
one. And then he was talking to some of his friends, and he was like, you know what? Maybe what she said was like the truth. Like, this is what she
Yes.
wants. She's one-on-one with you, and she knows what she wants. She's not
Yes.
going in
There you
there
go.
without
Yes.
I'm
a
definitely
disguise or
I'm a
no
stick-
truth at all. So,
yes.
and we just started talking. Then after that, it was the physical attraction.
Right,
At first, it was
right.
the conversation.
That's me.
Yes.
Because as they
That's
say,
good.
conversation rules the nation, baby. If
Yes,
you
it
can't
does.
have
Yes,
any
it
type
does.
of
I can
intellectual
talk.
anything,
Yes.
and I gotta check your intellect. I gotta see
Yes,
what's going on in that mind of yours.
Yes.
you
'Cause
could be
that's what
dealing with a
turns me on
serial
to-
killer and don't know it.
That part.
Because
And he
they be
dressed
Been
up
there,
in a
done that.
suit.
Been there, done that. Okay.
And if you go back and you look at why you were attracted to the guy, and then you look at why you're attracted to this guy, it should be totally opposite.
Right.
Because you learn more about God, you learn who you are in Christ, and that's
Right.
what happens. You grow,
That's so important.
and instead of just what I see, the lust of the eyes,
The lust of the eyes.
That's
the
what
lust
it
of the
is.
what is the lust of the
The-
eyes, the lust of the
the
flesh,
flesh.
the pride of life, and
Right.
the deceitfulness of riches.
Mhm.
I got
Enter in and choke what God has for you,
Right.
Because that's what we're looking at.
Oh yeah.
And I'm
All
not
the-
saying they shouldn't work and they shouldn't do the
right.
daily things, but we get caught up in the lust of the eyes. Oh, girl, he's so fine. I just gotta have him.
But you
Where
ain't
he
looking in
chills
their
in.
mind like,
Like
you
you were
said.
The
saying,
pride of
like-
life,
Mhm.
the deceitfulness of riches.
Yep.
What they got, and then
And I just want to
but
And what
see,
they
they
have.
look at me and Glenn and they said, "How did you get him? You talking all the time, and he's so quiet." But we make
Yeah,
it
that's what
work.
people say
You know
about
what I'm
Keith and I.
saying?
That's what they say
That's
about
how me
Keith
and
and
my
I.
husband are.
They
We
say the
make
same
it
thing.
work
How do we
because
get it?
even though he's not out. I mean, he's outgoing somewhat,
Uh-huh.
but he's got that business mind. But
Yeah,
I'm
that's
the
my
one that's
husband.
gonna, you know what I mean?
Mhm.
I'm gonna talk to you. I'm the miss, life of the
Yeah.
party, all of that. But it's just the
But
opposites
you
attract.
brings
Yeah.
him out Just
Y'all
like Kim
work
bring
while
your
y'all
man
in the
out.
No, I don't bring. No, my husband bring me out.
Okay, well,
Because he's
I can't
the
believe
child-
that.
Oh,
Really?
Gosh, my husband,
What?
he is a
Really?
cute dog.
Oh, okay.
I ran into
can
a
see
cute
that.
dog.
Okay.
I can see
Because
that.
he used to always tell me, you never take up for yourself. You never say anything. You're just always quiet.
Now look at her. hitting
But
people
look
with the
at
word
her
of
now.
God.
Look at you now.
Look at her now. I can see that because it took her almost 10 to 15 years to start modeling with
Say
me.
something there.
You know, I can see that. Now she wants to be this. Roof, roof.
Yeah.
Oh, y'all, our time is almost
No way, no
up.
way, no.
We extending the show for another hour.
No,
Y'all gonna
this
have to
is
stay
good.
here.
Yeah, this is a
We're gonna
2-hour
have to do
show.
another
One
part
thing
two on
is,
Sister
one
Chat.
time I had met this guy, and he asked me that I have any kids. And I said, yeah, I have some kids. He said, well, I don't like kids. If you want to be with me, you got to get rid of your kids. I said,
Excuse me.
Are you serious?
are you serious? My kids are part of me.
That's right.
That's right. Don't get rid of your
You
kids.
chased up my kids. You can't
accept me.
You can't be with me.
And I don't even, and that's good. And right there stopped it because if you can't accept my kids, then that's it. I don't need
That's
you
it.
around.
That's it.
Because I don't
Another
like
thing,
kids, so
too-
you want to be with me, you got to get rid of your kids.
Oh, no.
No,
Oh,
baby. No,
no.
I don't
No,
get
we
rid of
gonna
my
let him
kids.
go.
I'm
Are you
gonna get on my
serious?
nerves every once in a while. I can't
Yes.
get rid of
No,
them.
I
not
said,
my
are you
Okay.
serious?
I hate to cut this off, y'all, but with our
Do we
time
have
is
to? Do we have to?
We have to.
with Sister Chat. And it started out with one topic from Kamala, which was, tell them the topic again.
Why we always looking single Christian women looking for our husbands in the church? He ain't
Okay,
always
so
gonna
we
be there.
found out all these attributes that a woman needs to check herself
You gotta check
as well.
yourself
And there's
before
not
you
always every
in the
woman
church.
is not a virtuous woman. We might meet 2 or 3 of those things. And I've heard Kim talk this more tonight than I think for the whole year she's been on the show. So we are so happy that we interviewed Kim tonight. And
This was her
thank
show.
you, Tavana, for bringing up that topic. Single women, you do not have to just go to church to find your husband.
You don't.
Your husband could be right in your face.
Now don't be
And
in
you don't
Walmart
even know
waving
it
at
because
people like you
you're
crazy.
looking for somebody that probably don't even want you.
Yeah.
So
That's
don't
what
be
you're
looking.
looking. That's what you're looking
You
at.
gotta get a couple frogs before you find your prince.
Come on.
You know, so
That's what
your
you're
husband could
looking
be right in front of you. I'm
Find
serious.
your prince.
And then here you are looking way over there.
man.
Here your husband saying this, I'm here. Okay? And you just looking over him, and then 2 years later, you right back with that same man. He been telling you all the time. So we want you to know whatever is for you, God is
It's
going to
for
plant
you.
that
Yes,
person
he
for
is.
you. But get yourself
Keep your
ready.
eyes
Do
open.
like
Get it
Esther
together.
women. Esther went in, got her. They prepared Esther before she went to the king.
Sure did.
They didn't let Esther go before the king any kind
Ratchet.
of way. So that means you need to
Ratchet.
get your house in order.
That's-
You
Get your
need to
credit.
know how to clean up. You need to know how to cook or do something. Take out or fake it or whatever.
Ever take a bake?
Yeah, whatever. I don't
Shake
care.
it
You need
down.
to do something. And even if your husband can cook, put the plates on the table and do something. Help him out. And then dress up in your sexy little stuff and turn him
Get
on.
your basic
and make
I
him
love
say,
Lucy
what's
on.
my name, baby? What's my name, baby?
Drink your water. We need communion when we have
We need
these
communion,
topics.
yeah.
All
Okay,
right.
so-
'Cause we-
but anyway, y'all, I have enjoyed Sister Chat
He don't even
tonight.
want you.
All right, and we want to thank Janae and TC for joining in on this here, and Eric Carlos for calling in, and we're going to come back again.
Yeah.
Okay, y'all got a cooler. We on show. Okay, so we're excited because Cynthia brought out her little point. She gonna go back and check her list again.
Yeah, I'm checking my list.
She gonna check her list. And women, when you make that list, make sure that you can do what you have on your list that you asking on being to
Yes.
do. Make sure you got your house in order as well.
Both ways.
And if you need any advice, Kimberly, check out Kimberly. Call, hey, y'all put y'all questions at the bottom of the screen, and Kimberly is going to answer them, okay? But anyway, thank you all for joining Sister Chat with the Talk of Life talk show, Sister Chat with Kimberly, our guest tonight, Tavana, with Cynthia, and then our other 2 guests out the audience, TC and Janae. And until you see us again, if you would love to be on the show, check out
Yeah,
www.elmatalkshow. Elma Talk Show. He'll get it on the screen. And y'all come on the show and be a part of Sister Chat, okay? Remember, check us out. Facebook, YouTube, 8 p.m. every Monday. And we're trying to implement Throwback Thursday so you can see some of our previous shows, 8 p.m. Come back and be a part of what? Sister Chat. Give us some topics and we will talk your topic on the show. May God bless you and keep you. Hats off to Tavana going to the Navy. And we love you. May God bless you until we see you face to face on Sister Chat.